Okay, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Pivot Zero X Hub Masterclass once again. Uh, my name is Shantanu Sharma, and I head the operations at Pivot. And for all those who do not know about us, Pivot is a global Web3 startup venture accelerator firm. We mostly focus on accelerating early stage startups in this space. I will share you our details later in the chat, and you can connect with us. You can follow us. As far as Zero X Hub is concerned, we are an open masterclass initiative. We want to enable the Web3 startup space and also help aspiring founders with the knowledge and uh, information from within the industry. All our sessions will be led by experts from the field. There'll be founders, there'll be investors, angels, and many more. We have already done quite a number of such masterclasses. About this is the 12th one, and we'll be doing more such masterclasses every week. In fact, we're trying every week one, if not every week, at least twice a month, and they'll be on various topics like in technology, Web3 sectors, products, goals, leadership, everything that can help the startups in a more holistic manner. We have started this new series of masterclasses called Build with the Founders, in which we will bring young founders from the startups that we are accelerating to talk about their tech, to talk about the business that they are in, talk about what they're building, and how it can benefit the Web3 space and the audience that wants to associate with the teams as such. Today, it is my pleasure to invite Yatharth Jain. Yatharth, welcome once again. He's the co founder and CBO of Cluster Protocol. It's an amazing startup that we are accelerating, and they're building an engine that will fuel the AI economy in a decentralized way. I will read the rest of the introduction to YJ. Please elaborate, YJ. All over to you now.
Cool. Sure. So yeah, thank you, Shantanu, for such a warm introduction. So what we at Cluster are doing, we'll explore it in a while. So for today's topic, we will be delving more deeper into what AI agents are. So it's a two-part series of the workshop that or this masterclass that we are doing. So the first one was where we explored more about LLMs, right? And if in case you haven't ended that off, it's good for you. If in case you have not, then you can go over to check the recording of over the Twitter handle, also on the YouTube handle of Pivot Ventures, right? So today we'll be exploring what these agents are, right? So before that, one second, let me do a full screen. Okay. And before that, let's explore a little bit more about who I am, right? So, as Shantanu has already told a little bit about me, I'm the co-founder of Cluster Protocol. Before that, I had worked around in various Web3 projects. I was ex-CMO of Lunatic Games, and I'm an experienced growth marketer. I also have experience in business development. I have helped scaling brands with partnerships and collaborations, including some tier one projects, including Red Protocol and many more. Right. Apart from that, I have also scaled communities for various Web3 projects. Right. Moving ahead, we would love to explore what Cluster is all about. Right? So, at Cluster, we are making a decentralized infra for AI, and we quote us as a GitHub for AI models. So, we are a Carnot engine which is fueling the AI economy, and we are making a streamline for individual users and for AI developers from data to the end creation, right? So if you would see that the industry right now is kind of scattered, right? You will see that for some non-techie who is looking to build anything that they have in their mind in the AI space, it's a cluttered space where you need to go to some place for compute, some other place for, say, data sets, some other place for AI models, and then an inference platform. After you have trained the model, say locally, you'll go to some other place for inference, and then you'll host it off at some other place. Okay. There are a couple of solutions which integrate a couple of things, but there's no whole and soul solution where everything from the data, from the raw data to the end user, where you have these agentic workflows or agents live. There's no such platform that provides you such holistic solution available there. So that is what Cluster is all about. So the core offerings of Cluster includes plug and play AI models. There's a secure data place which is powered by security preserving or privacy preserving AI techniques like CKML and FHEML. There's an AI collaboration hub where people can hop over and then they can collaborate around on on either on data sets, either on compute, as well as over AI models. Then there is a enterprise grade GPU infrastructure, which we call as cluster fabric, cluster GPU fabric, compute fabric. And then there is an AI agent template workflow library. We'll be knowing more about it. So moving ahead, I have divided this thing into two sections, right? First is understanding AI agents and LLMs. So in the last series, we explored about LLMs, right? What large language models are, or what these AI models are. Now, AI agents are a derivative to those LLMs, right? You need to understand, first of all, how an LLMs work, which we have already covered in the last one. Now, let's explore what these agents are. So, for exploring it off, you could understand it in a way that, let's say, there is an LLM, or forget about LLM. There could be LLM powered AI agents, as well as there could be AI agents which are not powered by LLMs, right? So, for agents, it is nothing but a friend of yours who is helping you with automating various tasks. Okay, consider it as, like, for layman, consider AI agents as a friend of yours which is helping you with various tasks. Okay, now for example, let's say you want to build an agent. Say you want to build an agent that plays chess like Gary Kasparov, right? How can you do that? Either you can have it in the form of a model where you'll have a fully fledged, you'll take some base data sets, you'll take some base algorithm, and then you'll train that off. You'll run that off. But to save time, there is an alternative to it where you will pick any of the open source LLM, be it Llama, be it any other bird, be it any of the algorithms you will take or any of the LLMs you will take. And then on top of that, you will fine tune it to build this agent. Now, what that agent is like, it has a core purpose. It has a capability of doing something, and it has a capability to perceive their environment. You have restricted the environment in a way, in a such a way that it only suggests you move, or max to max, it just plays that move for you on, say, live chess or chess.com. This is just a vivid example for you to make you understand with real life examples of what these agents are. So that's what I've already written, that AI agents are defined as autonomous entities which are capable of perceiving their environment, making decisions based on those perceptions, and executing actions to achieve specific goals, distinguishing them from LLMs, which were privacy focused on language processing without the direct interaction with the environment. Now, to break down what environment is, right? Environment is something which say users input, like let's say there is a place where, okay, so now after you have built this AI agent, what can happen is, so okay, if Sankara is there, let's say Sankara hops on to that front end UI of that agent, and he just type, okay, this is the say, let's say there's an online Olympic match that is going around, and I would love you, like there's a match between two persons, A and B, and I would love you to, like, that agent to act as A and then play the rest of the match. So now what will happen is, so here when you say that you are doing this, and let's say you have somehow be able to have the capability to record or to track that match, right? After that, what will happen is the LLM will understand, or the agent will understand that, okay, the A person needs to be, like, the A person is the robot or that agent, and the B person is someone who is playing live over there, right? So now what you can do is you have fine-tuned that to play like Gary Kasparov, and thus that agent will do the same and it will play like Gary Kasparov. And this is the environment that is there. Now you can have one step ahead over this, and you can even have certain more restricted environments, right? Where you can have an analytical AI agent for chess. Right now, if you'll go to chess.com or lichess, they provide like all the basic stuff that is there, all the predictive stuff. There's no such predictive stuff that is available on these popular chess websites. But if in case you are able to build one, which is able to predict based on the inputs you give, and you can chat with that. Okay, so after that, after you have done, like, so let's say there's a board position, and now you are chatting with that AI agent. So what if I do, if in case I wouldn't have done e4, or rather than that, if in case I have took rook to some place, right? So that way, this is what an environment is all about. This is what you need to understand, what the environment actually means. Up next, we need to understand some of the basic characteristics of LLM, right? Because most of the modern day AI agents which are built, most of the conversational agents which are built over there, are including, like, are those agents which are built on these LLMs. And you can explore this, first of all, like, we can explore this by having the base knowledge of what the core source of these agents are, that is LLMs, right? So I've divided into three parts. That is, first is nature of LLM, second is the training mechanism, and the third one is applications and limitations. The nature of LLMs, large language models, are advanced AI systems designed to understand, generate, and manipulate human language. And it's like, they use NLP, that is natural language processing, to act as humanly as possible, utilizing vast data sets to learn linguistic patterns and contextual meanings, right? So a good example to understand and relate it with AI agents is Perplexity AI. If you guys have visited Perplexity AI, it is nothing more than saying it's a kind of an agent interface which is there, where you can select a multiple, where you can select from multiple open source AI models. They themselves have also made one AI model which you can select if you want to, and now based on that, it is working on RAG, right? It is working on RAG, where it is enabling you to have better thinking, and it also has internet access for you to have the fetch the real time data. I need to understand how this is different from a base model of Llama, or from a Claude, or from any other model. How this Perplexity AI, which is acting as an AI agent, is different from this. So it is different in a way that, say, let's say there is a query, right? There is a query where, first of all, yeah, internet access is one thing that is making it more effective and efficient in terms of having real-time data. So what an LLM cannot do is what Perplexity AI is doing. Second, there you need to understand how the reasoning process works. How the reasoning process works in terms of, okay, so if you have given a query, right, what the LLM will do will be completely different or somewhat similar, but it would be different in terms of how Perplexity AI treats it. It would be a reasoning algorithm that would be there, where there would be multiple steps which it will break down the problem of yours into, and those steps could be executed by the base LLM that is there, which I have already explained you. It could be any of the LLM that is available on the platform you can utilize. Now, if in case at a certain step internet access is required, it will access the internet. If in case some basic Python coding is required, which like ChatGPT also do. If in case you know that these models like GPT-4o, GPT-o1, these are the models, and the ChatGPT interface that you see, that is kind of an AI agent, like a utility built over those LLMs, right? So this is how you will be able to distinguish what the LLMs are and what these agents are. Then comes the training mechanism. LLMs are trained using deep learning technologies and techniques, particularly transformer architecture, which enables them to process and generate text by predicting the next word in the sequence based on prior context. I guess we have already covered this in the previous what you say in the previous masterclass as well, where I explained you how the training process works. So if it's like, hi there, how are you? If I'll give this as input, the output would come word by word, and it's just a probability or a prediction game that is happening around. And then comes the applications and limitations. So while LLM excel in tasks like text generation, translation, and summarization, but they are limited with the inability to understand the context beyond the text right now. So context beyond the text could be explained in a way that maybe I might be explaining something to that LLM or that AI agent in a specific way. So continuing the example of chess, right? There might be some terminologies which would be limited to chess, right? If and that those terminologies might have other meanings in the real world as well. So if in case you have fine-tuned that agent and over any LLM or over any means, right, then you have restricted that environment and you are specifying that this AI agent is built for chess, right? So that whenever someone uses those terminologies, you know that what these things are, right? A typical example of this could be like say anything, like anything which has a real world meaning as well as it is a chess terminology as well. And these LLMs also lack real world awareness origins. So now I've already explained you the key differences between AI agents and LLMs as well. So AI agents operate independently and can initiate actions based on their programming and learned experiences. Learned experiences is also something that you need to understand. So while LLMs require user prompts to generate responses and do not possess the ability to act on its own. So this is like the conversational agents. We can go beyond conversational agents as well, and we can have intents placed into pictures. So what does intent mean is, so a real life utility use case that we at Cluster are also working, or anyone who is having a basic knowledge of AI can hop onto our platform and can develop is that in the finance sector. Okay. Now, what can be done in the finance sector? Let's talk a very niche example of decentralized finance. Okay. Let's say, I guess all of you might be knowing about what MetaMask is. Now, let's say, how easy would it be if in case you have a conversational AI agent or an intent-based AI agent which can solve all your problems, okay? It's kind of a chat-based interface where you say that, okay, you just type of basic English, send $500 to Shantanu. Beat the fact that you have saved the contact of Shantanu and it has their ERC20 wallet address, let's say, and send $500 to Shantanu. If in case you'll type this, it will ask for which chain do you want it to send over. Or if in case you'll send in the first prompt itself directly, explicitly that over Ethereum. It will just execute the transaction seamlessly within one text generation that you said, send $500 to Shantanu over ERC or over Ethereum. Right? So things like this is an intent. There could be multiple intents which could be hard coded into it. Sending money, receiving money, or cryptos or money or whatever it is. Then bridging, on chain, off chain, swaps, right? On top of that, if in case you give them on-chain intelligence, right? If in case it has access to on-chain data, and if in case it is the agent is fine-tuned in such a way over an LLM that is DeFi friendly or that is trained on DeFi specifics, then you can even have advanced reasoning abilities over it as well. Now, what advanced reasoning abilities could this DeFi thing have is, let's say, you are doing some analysis. So the very basic things could be asking for prices, asking for other analytic data, maybe TVL, maybe the price change, maybe something else, and stuff like that. But then on top of that, a layer which we can achieve is, say, you type in of, okay, so tell me the top 5 coins based on the volumes that are traded on BNB chain. So it will tell you the top 5 coins based on the volumes of 24 hours. Now you can change this 24 hours to 7 days, to 30 days, to 180 days, and stuff like that. You can even change the parameters, maybe if not from volume, say from TVL, you can explore things off. Maybe from something else, you can explore things off. You can talk about decentralized exchanges. You can talk about centralized exchanges data. You can talk about much more thing and a much more wider context, right? So this is what the core difference between an LLM and between an AI agent is, right? And where people say that, okay, ChatGPT is an LLM, I have already explained to you ChatGPT, the interface that you see, that is chat.openai.com. If you'll go and access that off, that is not an LLM. That is an AI agent which is built over multiple, where you can have access to multiple LLMs, be it ChatGPT 3.5, 4.0, o1, etc. Right? Then we have practical applications of AI agents in various industry. For financial world, I have explained you a more niched example of decentralized finance. But apart from that, we can automate multiple tasks such as fraud detection, risk assessment, personalized financial advising could be say so. Personalized financial advising could even act into the DeFi space as well, where there could be a personalized portfolio tracker and recommendation. So all your data, like all your queries or maybe all the trades or the purchases that you make over any of the public chains, public blockchains, is anyways visible over there, right? After fetching all that data and after having a clear understanding of what all you hold, there might be this agent which that is there, the DeFi agent. It can suggest you certain coins, right, based on the analysis done around from the space and based on the thinking that it might have generated, right? If in case you code it that way, you can have your personalized portfolio tracker as well, which is kind of an advanced AI analysis thing. And so yeah, these things can enhance decision making processes and also reduce human error. Then retail enhancements could be done, healthcare innovations are there, which we can achieve over there. And there are multiple other use cases as well, which we can try to achieve over it. So yeah, this was a quick session that we did around over these AI agents. It's just like the very thing we need to understand is the role of the LLMs. When I said about LLMs empowering these AI agents, then they have just basically three roles. That is improving the language understanding, that is LLM enhance the communication by providing nuanced understanding of context, enabling more accurate interpretations of user queries and generating relevant responses that aligns with user intent. So rather than so you could consider LLM powered AI agents as you have the base layer ready. If in case you use any general purpose LLM, that is all these Claude and all these general purpose LLMs which are available, and you fine tune to build that or you hard code to build that AI agent, what you are doing is you are reducing the time that is used for training, say, ChatGPT 3.5. You have that amount of knowledge already on an existing LLM, and on top of that, you build that agent so as you are eliminating the time of having this thing into action. But this could be dangerous as well. If in case you have some use case which is not general purpose and you want to make it specific, then you need to train your own AI model, and then you can have multiple agentic use cases. And this is what you would see with the example of other conversational AIs or other AI models, say, be it of stable diffusion, which is used for image generation, be it Sora, which is for video generation, right? Because these LLMs have other purpose, which is not just to chat with you. And then there are other types as well, which you can explore to have it happen. Then content creation efficiency by automating the generation of written content. And now with this point, we are just limiting our context to the conversational AI LLMs. LLMs significantly reduce the time and effort required for tasks such as drafting reports, emails, and articles, allowing professionals to focus on high-level strategy activities. So if you'll see, after ChatGPT got popularized, the very first thing that was built were these tools like Copy AI, Jasper AI, and there were multiple tools which utilizes ChatGPT as the base, and then they were built on top of that. And that was nothing but fine-tuned, maybe either by prompt engineering or either by having their own code built, right? It was like just making your content creation more efficient. So this is just one of the things of limited role of LLMs in AI agents. And then personalization and engagement is one of the core role which you can achieve by having LLM induced AI agents. So LLMs facilitate personalized interactions by analyzing users' data and preferences, leading to tailored content recommendations and improved user engagement across various platforms and applications. So this is very popular example of how Amazon recommends you stuff, how Netflix recommends you movies, or any other platform recommends you those recommendations, personalized recommendations. Now, with this, what you can achieve is a layer of personalized AI agents, which we at Cluster are also working on. Now, that layer will be modular enough for you to have those agents which are built for you according to you. So let's say a vivid use case to it could be a daily summarizer. A daily summarizer would work in a way that that would be an AI agent which will just have access to your Twitter, Telegram, Gmail, Hangout, and all your social media platforms. After that data is taken, that is encrypted, and that encrypted data will be performed or will be given to that AI agent, which will just summarize your day. Now, what that summarizer will do is maybe say it will tell you what all meetings do you have. It will tell you, okay, you have two Amazon parcels which are coming. It will like summarize your day, summarize the schedule for the day. And this could be an vivid good example to understand how personalization could work with having LLM used to build those AI agents. So yeah, with that being said, I guess we are pretty much towards the end of this my discussion point. Now we will be open towards more question answers and stuff. So yeah, like this is just a slide where I believe that you are Sam Altman yourself. Now, if you want to scan these QR codes, first of the QR code will lead you to Cluster Protocol, and the second of it will lead to my own Twitter handle. So if you liked my presentation, if you liked something that I talked about, you can just give me a follow, as well as you can give Cluster a follow. Don't forget to follow Pivot as well. So, and we are open for question answers. So you can unmute your mics, or else you can type it in the Twitter chat, or else you can type in the Zoom chat as well.
Thanks, YJ. It was fantastic. There are a lot of things that I learned today. A lot of things. There are. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of deep dive one needs to do when it comes to creating AI agents, and first understanding what LLM is all about, and then of course create the agent, which basically one improves the way that you do business. I think that's one more important. Also improve the way that you actually run your whole day. I think that's very important as such, right? So tell me something. When it comes to AI agents as such, what does it take for a layman to build an AI agent? Say, for example, for a thing like you said, no? Of maybe a to-do list, looking at how many tweets he has received on his handle. Okay, so what goes into building that for somebody
So
who's fairly new? Yeah.
got it. So yeah, so for that you need to understand there are two aspects to it. First is building that AI agent for the users, and second is how easy it is for user to perceive that. For perceiving, it's very easy. You'll not have multiple things. You just need to connect your various social media handles. And for a general user, you will be done and dusted to have your own personalized agent being built. For AI developers,
Hmm.
it would be a cycle of development where you would be taking that LLM model, you will be hard coding certain stuff, and
Hmm.
based on that code, your agent will be running. Based on that code, your AI agent would be running. Now, it could be a way that you have figured out a prompt which works
Hmm.
very well for you. And in that prompt, you have a basic Python code which involves. So there could be like so I personally I'm working over it, so I can make you understand in a better way. So
Hmm.
you could understand it in a way that okay, there is a base code which is there. Now there are multiple infused codes from
Hmm.
Gmail, from WhatsApp, from Telegram, from WeChat, and out of those all of that, say there is another prompt that is working on to get you a summary from every social media platform. Okay, from
Right.
Gmail, we figured out that okay, Shantanu is having two Amazon orders that needs to be delivered today at his home. But over Telegram, when he is talking to his wife, we revealed that one of the orders is delivering at his home and another one is delivering at his office. That's an
Hmm.
interesting insight. Then from the WeChat, we discovered that, oh shit, Shantanu is going for a party at 8 p.m., but the order is delivering at 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Now, combining all these three inputs, and these three inputs will make a summary out of it, where this summary will be having certain use case to it. And after that use case, after that final thing is achieved, right, it will go to the base code. And now what we'll have in the base code, we'll have base code as the summary. Okay, so you have two orders delivered, where one of them will be delivering at your office, one at home. You have a party at 8 p.m. at this place. Now you'll have understanding, okay, if in case my order is delivering, and if I'm living alone at home, then how will I be able to have that order to be get it delivered at my home, right? Now you understand how these things work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very interesting. Because I'm really concerned about a few things. As the head of operations at Pivot, there are a huge number of tasks that need to get done. Many are time bound. Many need to be done as in an ad hoc manner, but they're all driven by markets. They're all driven by inputs that I get from various sources, right? And I think building an AI agent which can help schedule the entire task in such a way. Okay, not I'm not saying that you can create content for me, because content creation is something very, very subtle and requires more inputs from the writer point of view. I'm saying that at least you get a schedule which says, hey, listen, this is when you need to do this task, and then the next task, and the next task, and probably also give me a prediction as to how much time it may take to do one task and move to the next, something like
So
these
yeah,
kind of things.
no, I do agree with that. That is more of a general purpose utility agent that you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Mm.
I would even say that why not that agent can even adapt to your writing style. Let's say
Yeah.
if you write for Pivot or if you write personally, now we have
Mm-hmm.
access to your chats, right? We know how you write. Then that agent
Yeah.
can utilize that to have that induced into your writings as well. And
Okay.
with the basic with the basic, so most of the things, as I've already explained in the earlier masterclass as well, you can achieve 80% of these automations from these LLMs by prompt level engineering. It's just that you need to find the right prompt for it. But it's a simple way of saying that you can achieve it, but there is no reliability over it. And that is why
Understood.
people used to train models, people used to have better reliable solution instead of just using a base LLM that is an open source LLM and then prompt engineer or a hard code way to it.
Understood.
So
Understood.
this conversation that like the last 2 minutes that I have discussed about, it's completely off topic to AI agents, but users need to understand it because it's
Yeah.
really crucial for the users to understand that you can actually do that. But it's just that, and that's what our vision at Cluster is all about, to empower users to make them understand the basics of stuff and to collectively build, to collectively have all the things which a user require to build their AI solution at one place. Be it the
Interesting.
compute layer, be it data sets, be it AI models, be it the AI agent layer where they can have it, right? So
Yeah.
that is why, and also we are enabling the AI economy by having the true monetization for AI developers, which I guess none of the platforms right now, be it in the Web2 space or Web3 space, is doing as such.
Absolutely. Yeah. 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 You guys are doing cutting edge shit, and this is fantastic. Going to be fantastic in the times to come. And you have something in hand, and then you make it more decentralized, and slowly and steadily, everyone joins in, and that's exactly what the purpose is.
Yes, very true.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think yeah, we're done for time. I think. If there are no questions coming from the audience, we can close this conversation with your final thoughts, Yatharth.
Yeah, but by the way, someone is checking my LinkedIn and they have dropped just checking, is this your LinkedIn?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I
No,
mean, if somebody wants to,
yeah, so
connect with.
he has given the wrong link there. So I'll just send him the right link.
Okay, okay. Yeah, please
Yeah.
send the links. Please send people who want to synergize with Cluster Protocol and with Yatharth. Please reach out to him. I've already sent the Pivot social media accounts on the chat. You can visit the chat and check them out and connect with us if required. There's also a startup application which you can go and if you are building a startup, you can always look us up and figure out whether it makes sense to be accelerated. So that's it. That's from our side. Yathat, your last thoughts, and we can close this discussion.
Yeah, you're just sending the link to him and then we can close it off. Yeah, I've sent it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, like it's like these sessions or these masterclasses I believe are really useful for like early builders as well who are
yeah,
looking to build maybe I can talk about AI, I can talk about the solutions that or other technologies that I excel in, but in general, right? In general, these masterclasses are more of uh like having an expert opinion on and decoding the basics and the topics which are there around in the space, right? And I
yeah.
do believe these initiatives and like a virtual setting of it is anyways useful, and we are already broadcasting it live, and then we'll be having recording as well, which would be pushed on different social media handles. So I think that with that being said, I think the impact would increase, and when this impact would increase, it will enable more of these builders, these young builders, which would
Absolutely.
be there in this industry to build alongside the founders, like the emerging founders and the projects which are there under Pivot's acceleration as well as in general as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, pivot acceleration it comes by the virtue of what they're building per se, but I think it's very important for to encourage the founders, the builders. There are people who are way ahead in the game. They know what things are, but they still can benefit from this. And of course, the aspiring founders, people who are still developing, who are still trying to figure out what they really need to do, can also find some basic ideas or inspiration from these masterclasses, and that's what we it is meant to do. Thanks,
That's very true.
YJ. Yeah, thanks, YJ, for doing this again for us, and we look forward to having you again for furthermore masterclasses as such. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
guys,
thank you.
and we'll call it a day today. It's a Sunday. I hope you have a good weekend and final Sunday as such. Bye, bye, guys. You take care. Have a good one. Bye, bye.
Okay.